Hello, welcome back to another episode of I, Captain of My Ship. Today, I like to share a miracle that happened last week in my real life. I love sharing real life stories to help you have faith in future if you're going through a rough time at a point of your divorce. Before I will start telling my story, of course, I like to remind you of the information workshop I will give, uh, and more information below at the description. So I like to see you there. Okay, now I will tell you how we were 5 years ago. I will not repeat how we had our breakup. If you want to know about more about our breakup, you can watch it back at Christmas video last Christmas. I shared a story because our breakup was during Christmas time 2017. So last Christmas I shared a story under the Christmas tree. So if you want to know more, go back to that time. And yeah, then you can hear more about that. But after the breakup, my heart was broken, of course. And I was having panic attacks after if he would email me about things that we had to arrange. Um, I was one of the lowest points, I think, that I was, as soon as I saw an email coming in, I would be just have a total panic attack. I couldn't even read it. I had to close my laptop and I could open it after a week. A week after that, I could open it and read it together with my sister who was next to me because I could not even read it by myself. I was so full of emotions, full of pain, full of hurt that it was it was really a hard time. And one of the other things that happened in that time period was that I heard from the children that they were not allowed to even mention my name when they would talk to their daddy. Their daddy refused to um, uh, refused anyone in his life, so his family, not his children, to mention even my name. I did not exist. I had never existed for him. So it was just a painful period, and I could see the pain in the eyes of my children, and I felt so hurt because we had been married for 22 years and I did not understand. But all I could do is just accept that we were in the circumstances that were hurtful and not good in that moment. But we as a family had to go through that and make the best of it. And I was like, I hope that in future it will get better. And I was working on myself and I was facing my emotions and getting through it and finding professional help and talk about it and just to work on myself. And during the years, things started to change. One of the things that I learned, and that's something I want to share, one of the models that came into my life was the model that taught me that the number one is it's a circumstance is just a fact. It's nothing is there. There's no emotion. There's no thought. Nothing. When you see a tree, it's a tree, and you are the one creating the thoughts about that tree. So it's the same with an email coming in from the father of the children. It's just a fact. He is just sending an email. That's it. And the circumstance, that email coming in my inbox, that triggers a thought. That's the second step. It triggers a thought. And that made me think, what thought did I actually have? What do I have? What thought? What does this circumstance do? What makes me think a certain way? Because then I realized my thoughts, they produce feelings. And my feelings were not productive. They were not helping me move forward. They were in that moment. But I was like, I don't want to feel these emotions all the time. I want to move forward. It's okay to feel and to recognize it and get through it. But I also want to move forward. So this model really helped me to understand that my feelings, they generate my actions. And my actions, they cause the result. And the result was my panic attack. Like, an email coming in from him. So when I found out that I did not like the result, I did not like my panic attacks, I wanted to move on and look at it from a different perspective. When an email would come in, I just used this model to go up. I said, I see that I have a panic attack every time an email comes in. And I know it's caused by my own actions. So what actions did I take? Well, I opened my email box, okay, and I saw that, and that generated my feelings. Okay, what was the feelings? Like, my panic, help, 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 what's going on? And that feelings, they produced the thought. And then I went back to my circumstance. What was actually going on? It was just an email coming in. And when I could, and this took a while. Don't think that I had the model and all of a sudden it was all fixed. No, it took a while. I had to take little steps and I used it over and over again. And it really helped me to see what was actually going on, what was the circumstance, and how could I change my results just by giving it a different meaning. When an email would enter my email box, when I would see it coming in, I could say to myself, okay, he tries to tell me something. It's a totally different thought than help, he wants something from me, and it's a totally different thought. And by thinking a different thought, oh, he's trying to tell me something, then that produced a different feeling. He wants to tell me something, trying to be more curious. And that generated the actions. I started feeling more at peace and at ease. And that caused a different result. I was able to open the email. And again, it took months before I could finally do that. It's not that it 1 second it was clicked. I had to take small steps. And eventually I managed to just read an email. And of course, it was not all of a sudden all emotions were gone. No, I had to learn to read it over again and over again and try to read it without too many emotions attached, and not to have too many thoughts behind it, because just see it as a circumstance. He's writing this. Okay, what does he actually say? What does he want? What's going on? What actions do I have to take? Or is there anything I have to take? So I have to do. So this way, this model helped me to calm down and to deal with my emotions better in a better way. This even helped me to improve and improve and improve my own behaviors. Captain of my ship, I am responsible for my own behavior. I'm responsible on the thoughts that I have after a certain thing happens in my life. And I know that a circumstance can trigger a thought and it automatically comes. But by taking the time afterwards just to look back and learn a wise lesson, I know that I can and I'm able to master my circumstances better and my thoughts, my feelings, and so on. So I hope this helped to inspire you, because in the next video I will tell you what was the end result after 5 years. That's when this miracle happened that I thought was never possible when we were at the lowest point of our divorce. And it was low. We went through a fight divorce. It was awful, awful, awful time. We were both in a lot of pain. I can see it now. So it takes time. That's what my message is for today. It takes time, but there is hope. So as long as you take your own responsibility and you are the captain of your ship, you can sail and have peace for yourself and learn how to deal with the circumstances the way you feel better. And now I will move on to the next video and tell you what happened 5 years after I started working on myself. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.